Between these three countries, which one should I choose? So this is a question someone asked me recently, not just me alone, to a member of my team. He asked between Albania, Montenegro, and Serbia, which one should he choose? He doesn't have much money, but he's someone who's trying to build his life, someone who's trying to step up, someone who's trying to move, to experience life other than what he's used to. Then he will come back, possibly migrate to other places. So let me try to explain and talk about these three countries as much as I could, so that you, as somebody who is watching, will end up making an informed decision. So let's start with number one, which is Albania. So it's a country in Europe, but it's not in the EU. All right. So right now, based on my personal research, there are some schools currently accepting application. Remember, the question asked is between these countries, which one can he move based on his budget, and as a student based on study visa. All right. So there are some few schools right now, about three schools or four schools open right now to apply for admission for as international students. So what do you need? Basically, your certificate, your transcript, your passport photocopy, then recognition, or they call it notification. So for the recognition, it has to be done by the Ministry of Education in Albania, and it has a cost of 26 or 27 euros, so which is pretty cheap. Now, one more thing again, for when it comes to the visa, for you as someone who is coming from maybe from Nigeria, from Ghana, where there is no embassy of Albania, how do you apply for the visa? Now, according to the Albanian embassy, if you are looking at short-term visa, like short-term stay. When I talk about short-term stay, this has to do with tourist visa. You trying to go and see the city, then you come back. You can do that on the online portal. But something that has to do with long stay visa, that has to do with residency and all of that, you have to move to the nearest country, which is Egypt in Cairo. That's where they have the embassy for you to apply. Now, what do you need to ask yourself? You need to ask yourself first, can I afford flying to Egypt to apply for the visa? Is it worth the stress? Albania is a place where I want to be. Does my budget aligns with it as well? They have pretty cheap tuition fees, all right? So I don't have to start calling numbers right now. When I mean numbers, like calling numbers of tuition fee in each of these countries. But this is what I want you to do. Right now, pick up your phone, just type cheap schools in Albania for international students. You see a bunch of schools will pop out. What do? You go to each of these schools, check their tuition fee, check their intake season, check their requirement. Now look at your budget, compare and contrast. Ask yourself sincere question. In this place, can I chest this fee? Can I chest what is coming? When I mean chest, I mean, can you be able to tackle the financial burden that it will come with? If it's something you can do, fine, perfect. Now, also consider the fact that you will be moving to Cairo to apply for the visa that's in Egypt. Put that into consideration as well. Now, the second country is Montenegro. Montenegro is in Europe as well, but it's not in EU. But the beauty of this particular country is they use this euro, they use euro, which is close to Serbia, Montenegro, which is actually a good thing. So it's kind of like positioned rightly in Europe. So their currency is in EU, and they are kind of like pursuing to get the Schengen membership. So we're looking at 2027. The future might be that there will be the 28 countries in Europe, all right, in EU. So if you're somebody who is smart, you can as well try to look into this country right now and see the possibility of getting there. So when they finally, have everything all set up, you're already in there. So before the rush, you start, trying to be in Montenegro, you're already there. Now let's look at the tuition. For the schools, there's pretty much schools open right now. As I'm talking to you right now, if you check schools in Montenegro for international students, you see there's a bunch of schools which are open, and the tuition fee is relatively cheap. It's something that you can afford. If you're working on a budget, you can as well do it. Now, what do you need for the certificate? For example, if you're looking at bachelor's, you need your high school, your passport, your transcript, a certificate to apply. For MSCs, you need your certificate, your transcript, passport copy, even recognition as well. Now, the thing is this: for higher educations, the recognition has a fee of 100 euros, or more or lesser. but it's between this gap 100 euros for recognition. And based on my own findings, it's something that can be done pretty quick. So it's not that something that takes time. All right. So you can as well tackle it. Now, for you who is coming from a country where possibly there is no embassy, well, now how do you go around it? So luckily, if you're from Nigeria, the embassy of Republic of Serbia in Abuja handles Montenegro visa application as well. All right. So they kind of like more like an alliance. What do I suggest right now? Maybe if you're watching this video, maybe in the morning or at night, possibly reach out to the embassy of Serbia, give them a call, have first-hand information with them, call them, ask them, you're a prospective student who's looking forward to apply for the student visa to Montenegro. Are you people still, sorry about my voice, are you people still handling the visa application for Montenegro? If they say yes, perfect. You already know where you are. All right. So your job right now is to make sure what you take care of the recognition. If possible, the embassy can also help you with the process of recognition and everything. You just need to go. That's more like what we call legalization. All right. So once you have all this sorted out, then you start applying to schools, and the schools will also allow you to actually apply once they know that your recognition, that's regulation, is on process. But they need a legalization to finalize your admission. Just bear in mind that as well. So Montenegro is the second one. Now the third one is Serbia. Serbia already has embassy in Nigeria as well. A lot of people have been moving to Serbia. I've thought about Serbia the first time. People took action. People are already there. Now let me say this, guys. The goal is for you to move. Not just move, but to actually move to a place where you start building yourself. You start getting the basic right, the basic document for you to work. And once you start not this is the place, possibly you start moving around. When I mean moving around, maybe traveling to the nearest country, trying to explore, trying to see life. Now, maybe when it finally times for you to actually move, to step up, you will have what it takes to step up and to move. Tuition fee in Serbia is quite affordable. They also need what? Recognition or legalization. Since they already have an embassy, even better. What do you need to do? Reach out to them, legalize. Then once schools start coming up, you start applying to schools. Remember, you need medical certificate, health insurance, your bachelor's, your certificate, your transcript for you to actually apply to schools. The tuition fee is as well affordable. A lot of people are getting visa to move. Right now, even getting the Serbian visa right now is not easy because the message is already out there. People are actually making that move to Serbia. It's in Europe. Serbia is close to Hungary. It's close to Bulgaria, close to Kosovo, close to Montenegro as well. All right. So and close to other couple of places. They are positioned rightly. From what I'm seeing, you see Montenegro, you see Serbia. A time will come where they will be part of the EU nations as well, because they are projecting and pushing towards it because they have what it takes. All they just need to be is to be accepted into the system. And if you're somebody who is already in the system, what do I suggest? Patiently wait. Hold on. It's not easy anywhere. I've spoken to a lot of people who are living in Serbia, who are living in different places, despite how hard it is. People are still living there. They are still putting up. They are still struggling. They are still also surviving as well. So if you're someone who is trying to maybe you're already in one of these countries, you say this place is not good for me, this place is not good for me. You want to live fine and good. If you have what it takes to move to the place where you want to go for it. But if you're somebody who is neither in these places, what do I suggest? I will say you start your journey from there, one step at a time. Most people that you have seen that in most of the top countries today, if you ask them how did they start that journey, they started one step at a time. They get to a particular point A, they spend some time there, get what's needed, get that empowerment that takes them to what? To point B. So I believe you are somebody who is watching this, possibly wants to also take that route. And I believe when you do your own due diligence, have right informations, have right people behind you or maybe at your back, definitely you can as well achieve that move. No, in these three countries I mentioned right now, Albania, Montenegro, Serbia, which one person do I choose? I would say go with Montenegro or go with Serbia. Why? Why not Albania? I'm looking at it from the aspect, okay, if you're someone who's working on a budget, you don't have to have another income set aside for you to travel back and forth to Egypt to apply for the long stay visa. Apart from that, Montenegro is good. Euro is already strong as well. Serbia is so strong as well. So these are places where you can actually go. One last thing for you. Most people will say these countries are slums. There is no place, there is no slum. There's slums in most of the developed countries, all right? It depends on where you are living. Even in that slum, people are surviving, people are living, people are doing things. All you just have to tell yourself is, hey, I'm not the same. I know what I want. I'm not going there to waste myself or maybe waste opportunities. I'm going there to discover and uncover opportunities for my own personal own good. Leave what people are saying, leave what people are trying to what. Some people try to diminish ideas, people try to talk down on you. But regardless, even in the worst and poorest country anywhere in the world, there are people who are surviving and doing great things in that same country. For example, ask yourself the question: in the country that you were born in, there are people who are also who are doing well in that country. In fact, who sees that particular place where they were born and they're doing well as their own heaven? Wherever you find peace, you find progress, you find things working for you, it's your heaven, regardless of where it is. All right. So use this as a motivation and take action. Albania is good for me. Montenegro is good for me. Serbia is good for me. Remember the goal. Move from where you are to point A. That gives you average, that gives you leverage opportunities to move to point B. For you to always start your journey. That is the goal. If your journey is from moving from where you are to maybe to an end point where what, let's say, your finances now cannot take you directly from where you are to that place where you want to be, break the journey into parts. It's going to take longer time, which I know quite well, but you build good relationships, you build connections, you will have more opportunities as you are breaking the journey into pieces, into little parts, because you accumulate a lot. Experience is the best teacher, and along these experiences, things and opportunities turns up as well. And I hope you make your own information, like you make your own informed information and make that move. All right, so guys, I'll see you on the next one. If you have questions or doubts, please, you're more than welcome. Leave it on the comment section. Below the video description, there is a link to join the Telegram community called Nomads Network, a group of people who are moving to different places in the world. Join there, ask questions. People will also support you. Now, one last thing. If you're somebody who is interested to move into Serbia, Montenegro, Albania, you don't have to go about the process. Maybe all this I talked about, maybe you feel confused, you don't know where to start. You can book a call with us. The link to book the call is on the description. We can talk to you, guide you, look into, try to clarify more things to you as well. All right. Or if you also maybe want to move there, you are serious in moving as a student, you can also reach out to us, send us an email. We will now walk you through the process, school admissions, visa applications as well. And hopefully you make that move and start your journey. All right, guys. I will see you on the next one. Subscribe and peace for now. Bye.